Alright, so far in the video you have seen a glimpse in the day of my life or my routine as a mental health therapist working in the summertime. Full-time, traditionally I work as a school-based therapist, but we out for the summer, so we are seeing kids or seeing clients here in our outpatient office, or one of the outpatient offices for the agency that I work for. I have scheduled here at this location or this agency, I believe I have 5 appointments today, in which one of them or 2 of them was a reschedule from the previous day. But I was supposed to have a new assessment this morning, but no show, and I had back-to-back appointments, so I'm not going to really be able to probably see this person today if they don't get here like now. It's pretty much 18 minutes. Rule of thumb is typically 15-minute grace period, so they're past that, and if they get here anytime soon, it's going to have to be a hard stop at 9:30, because otherwise I'll be behind every person, and that wouldn't be fair for them. They're on time for their appointment, so I'm not sure what's going on, but nonetheless, I just take this opportunity in time to do some notes and catch up on some treatment plan documentation, and pretty much kind of go from there and wait for my next session, because I don't think this person's coming. I'm checking my email to see if admin has, sent an email. Maybe they're canceled, or I don't see anything pending. Typically, we'll cancel appointments if they, miss documents within 24 hours of the appointment and they have not, turned them in or completed them on the portal. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and do some notes and just kind of go from there. But that can be very typical for therapists, that will experience that, where clients will cancel, no show. Like I said, I had 2 no shows yesterday. So day in the life of a therapist. Everybody wants to be a therapist until they have to deal with the no shows and the cancellations, and which can be very challenging, especially for therapists. A lot of therapists, it's probably a separate video, typically are paid per visit, if that makes sense, depending on where you are at with the agency that you work for, or your licensure per se. You're paid per visit, or sometimes you might have a billable rate or hourly rate for the agency that you work for, or in my case, you might be salaried. So whether you see the person or not, you'll still get paid. But it can get very tricky when it comes to it. So that's the reality for a lot of therapists out there. But for the ones who are 1099 contracted, where they only get paid unless the client shows up, of course it's cancellation. But if a client has Medicaid, you can't charge a cancellation for that. So self-pay, private insurance, you could, absolutely, but Medicaid, no. So enough me rambling. It's 10 minutes to 9. They're not coming. I'm about to go ahead and get some notes done and wait for my next client 9:30. So just kind of stay tuned for the rest of the video, and then we'll just kind of go from there. So I just called my expected client today, which was to be a new intake, as I was mentioning or expressing, and it was a time mix-up. She thought the appointment was going to be today at 1:30, not 8:30. But again, like I was expressing, stuff happens. This happens a lot. Sometimes families, parents. This is going to be a child, so of course the mom's responsible or the parent's responsible for bringing the child to the appointment. You know, stuff happens, life happens. So luckily, they're standing appointments on the following week, so we'll just reschedule today's assessment for next Tuesday. So, yeah, but again, I guess, life happens. I guess I was expressing, I keep saying life happens, but stuff does happen. But this can be very, very frustrating for a lot of clinicians, because I could have put someone else in that slot, or I could have maybe did like a workout this morning, just different things you could have done. But this is the reality for working in private practice and outpatient settings, community-based settings as well too. So, oh well, on to continue finishing notes and just crossing fingers that the next appointment shows up. So, wish me luck. So before my next session, I want to hop on to show a little intervention I like to do with some of my kids. This is a really good intervention called Fillings and Dealings. I got this card game maybe 2 or 3 years ago from Amazon, believe it or not. It's called Fillings and Dealings, and it's a really good game. It's designed for ages 3 to 6 years old, but I've used it for kids all the way in 5th grade as a school-based therapist. You can definitely have a lot of great conversation to increase their knowledge and their awareness as far as emotions and feelings and how to identify those feelings and emotions, as well as create further conversation as far as any surrounding or presenting concern they may have for a session. So you have individual cards or 24 individual cards of poses that look like this right here. So you have this kid right here that experiencing anger. So you can definitely have a session on how you know when someone's feeling angry, what's going on in your body, how you know this person's feeling angry, all about the social scenes that can, have different games you can do in a session that looks like this right here. So this is a really good card game. If you're looking for any interventions on feelings, emotional communication, this is the card game to go. And it also even has different example of games you can do, whether it's educational or so if you're looking for any interventions, so I have a virtual appointment in the midst of all of my appointments today. Right now I'm waiting for them to log in, like they're having some problems. So I'm communicating back and forth with Google Voice. I actually use that as a way of delivery or the communication or whatnot. But yeah, so this is appointment number 3. The first one canceled, second one showed up. And here we are at this third one. And then I have one right after that one at 11:30. And then I have like a 30-minute break. And then I have one at 1 p.m. And then I have a 2 p.m. virtual. And I have a break. And then I have like 2 more for the afternoon. So I am pretty busy. yeah. My first session went really well. We did the feelings and dealings activity with the intervention I showed earlier. The client expressed that they really enjoyed it and they actually learned some new emotion words. Again, like I said, it's a really good intervention that can help with emotional expression and really increasing that awareness as far as the different emotions and feelings. He did really well with it and responded well to it. So I'm waiting for my next person to hop on. And so we'll see what's going on there. But all right, so updates. The app is not working. We use a platform called Simple Practice, which is something that's very well known amongst the world of mental health counseling as far as a EHR system or platform for our charts, notes, all things work. But it wasn't working for the telehealth option or the video call that we normally would do or use for our session, and so it kept giving the client's mother an error saying that it needed another app, which she followed up and did so, but it continued to just have that same continued error. So because we had issues last week as well, I downloaded the app on my phone just to kind of troubleshoot and also figure out how to use this in case I run into anyone who's new to the platform. And I got the same message error, so I had to pretty much cancel this appointment because we couldn't. There was no way to get around it. Unfortunately, this is the platform that we use through our practice, and so I couldn't use something different. But I just emailed the owner and let her know if anyone else is having the issues as well. But so this is appointment number 2 that kind of just went. As I was mentioning in this video, like this is the life of a therapist. Whether it's technical difficulties, whether it's misappointments, parents, clients tend to forget, crises, emergencies. So I'm going to do some more notes. So I guess that's like a win-lose situation, or the win is that I can get a bit or caught up on notes, documentation, but the lose is like I have this appointment that I miss, and of course I want to try to make them up for them or reschedule them as much as I can or able to. Like with this one, since he's virtual, I can definitely see him tomorrow, which I want to put a hold on my calendar for tomorrow at 10, just in case. This happens all the time with Simple Practice, or just different things in general. So that's what I would do. All right, well, and I have 2 virtuals tomorrow, so hopefully whatever the issue is resolved by today. Because I have 2 virtuals. If I have 2 virtuals tomorrow, and then I have another virtual this afternoon. Oh gosh. Okay. Wish me luck. Appointment number 3. Here we go. All right. So I'm probably going to wrap up this video, but I'm currently on my way home, and I'm just wrapping up the day in my life of a licensed therapist working in the summertime, seeing all the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the indifferent, working in the field of the world of therapy or mental health therapy. Today I had 5 appointments, and I was able to get 4 out of 5 today. I was thinking I was going to probably have 2, well, actually, I'm sorry, 3 out of 5, not 4, because the first one was a no-show due to the mix-up in times, and then the third appointment, I believe, the third appointment was, oh, what's going on over here? Okay. I'm gonna edit that out, maybe not. It's like a swarm of police officers that just pulled up at the store. Anyway, 5 appointments. 5 appointments today. 3 out of 5 showed up. One was a no-show, and the other one was due to technical difficulties. So that is very common as well too. Is that sometimes it will just be like that where it's just difficulties. But what's funny about that is that I use that same platform, same platform, and I was able to see another client today, 2 clients, matter of fact, virtual, and it was no issues and no problem. So maybe it was a update that was going on earlier in the day. I mean, I don't know, but anyway, that's pretty much rounded up my day for today. Well, the day's not over because I have 2 evening appointments. One in 30 minutes. Hopefully I make it on in time home, and the other one is at 6, and they both are new clients. So that is my daily life of a mental health therapist working in the summertime. The police is, I don't know what they got going on back there, but I'm about to head on out. But yeah, this is my daily life of a mental health therapist.